Today, I'm going to give you some great tips in the proper racking and break techniques in 8-ball to put the odds in your favor to make multiple balls on the break. So here we are at the table, and remember this video is about the best breaking tips for your table. Remember, every table is going to play different. You might want to start out, center break. If that's not working for you, bring it over, maybe like 2 balls length to one side. Try there. If that doesn't work, go even further. If that doesn't work, you could always go to second ball break. And remember, the second ball break is when you come straight in. Instead of coming straight into that 1 ball right there, I want to come straight into that 11 ball. I want to hit 100% dead on that second ball. Also, like I just got back from playing in a tournament in Vegas and playing on diamond tables. And my first 2 breaks, I was over to the side, probably about a foot off the rail, and I was breaking, and my first 2 breaks were dry. Then what I did was, I brought it to the center, and I just changed my speed of my break, the power in my stroke. I decreased it to about 2/3 of my normal strength of my stroke. And I started sinking 2-3 balls on every break. So that gave me the opportunity. I was playing some tough opponents. It gave me the opportunity, to break and run a few times. So that's what we want. We want to stay at the table. We want a controlled break. We want to open up that rack, sink at least 1 ball, obviously as many as possible, and leave our cue ball somewhere in the center of the table, or as center as possible. Remember, after you rack, or after your opponent racks, don't be afraid to lean over the table. Take a look at, make sure that all the balls are making contact with each other. If your point ball, a lot of times you rack, and then when you pull the rack up, the point ball will roll out, or, a corner ball. You're going to have much less transfer of energy, and you want this rack as tight as possible. Remember that, as tight as possible, so you could transfer the full energy throughout the rack. Again, it's just a pointer. I'm trying to bring out things that will help you break better, whether it be 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, so the same principle. You want the tightest rack possible. And again, sometimes I played people with, they've racked, loser racks, and I'll forget to walk over, and that's on me, and take a look at the rack, and I'll go ahead and break, and all of a sudden, just the outer edge, the outer balls separate, and the center just stays clustered. And they'll say, oh, that was a great rack. I racked so tight, No, it's totally opposite. That was a loose rack, and that's my fault for not walking over and taking a look at it. So again, like right now I have 1 ball that's not touching right here. So you go ahead, or ask them to re-rack if it's a real loose rack. Remember, you want to lean the odds in your favor whenever possible, and this is one particular way, probably the easiest way. So now let me chalk up, I'm going to come off the side rail, but I'm not doing a second ball break. I'm going to still hit full on the center ball. You want to see what type of break we get with this one. So again, working off the side rail, I just made 5 balls on the break. So I have not good cue ball position. So that's what you're going to sacrifice. Let me show you where the cue ball wound up. So that's where the cue ball wound up. Now I do have a shot. If I choose to take solids, I have that 2 ball in the side pocket over here, 5 ball down there, 10 ball in the corner pocket. I can even cut that 11 in that corner pocket, but again, my personal opinion is when you take side rail breaks, that if you don't hit 100% dead center, even if you hit 98% center, you lose cue ball control. So I rather make less balls and keep my cue ball towards the center of the table. So again, I achieve that sometimes with, breaking center and using less power in my break. So don't always crush the rack. You can start out that way, and if it works, great. But if it's not working for you, dial down your power. Change the cue ball position. Try breaking off the side rail. These are all things that will tremendously, tremendously help you. So now I'm going to try coming to a diamond to the right of my center point. So remember, center diamond, I'm coming to diamond to the right. And we'll try breaking from here. This one I'm going to try full speed, see what happens. Set it up. See, now that one, I didn't make a ball, but decent cue ball control, somewhat decent spread. I got a cluster here, there, and there, so, it's workable. But again, as you've seen, I just, took full power break shot, didn't make anything. The previous one, 3/4 of my power, and I made a ball. All right, so once again, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Hit the like button, hit the bell, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate everybody's, support, and it really means a lot to me, and I love bringing you these videos. So I'll leave a link below to my website if anybody's interested. Please check it out. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again.